Hello and welcome to T&D Podcast. Yay! What?
Why can't it be called a TD&D podcast now?
Why? Because your dad?
Tony and Dexter podcast.
TT?
Yeah.
ND? Okay.
Tony.
Yeah.
Dad. No, wait. No, it'd be TDD podcast. Tony, Dad, Dexter podcast.
Oh, okay, cool.
No. Anyways, so I'm Tony.
I'm Dexter.
That.
And we got a Christmas classic today, Gremlins. Or in other words, the most brutal Christmas movie of all time.
Is it a classic, Tony? I mean, it's only, what?
40, no.
It came out like 19.
It's 40 years old.
40 years
Yeah, it's
old?
got to be 40 years old.
Yes, old.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Because you're 42.
43, but pretty close, actually.
So that's about 39 years old. About.
Yes.
Because it came out in 1984.
Oh, did it? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 40 next year.
40 next year, yeah.
Yeah.
So 39 years old. 39-year-old movie.
I remember when it came out. I was so excited to see it. I love Gizmo.
He's just so cute.
Yeah. Because it was kind of portrayed as a kid's movie.
Yeah, it's more portrayed as a kid's movie than a horror movie. But
Yeah. Okay, Dexter.
yeah, so Gremlins is a 1984 comedy horror movie. Never thought I'd hear that before. Comedy horror.
Is it a comedy horror, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there's
Our channel's supposed to be a comedy horror channel.
That is true.
brutal deaths, there's funny parts, and yeah.
And then
And we're gonna get to the most brutal part of the movie.
the speech.
Yes. It was directed by a lovely man named Joe Dante.
Oh, how do you know he's lovely?
Hey, wait a minute.
I don't know.
What is a big jerk?
And the plot.
The plot. What? Are you good, bro?
And the plot
In the plot.
of the movie is like a salesman is looking for the perfect gift for his son for Christmas. He finds this so-called perfect gift
Yeah, like in an opium den. Yeah.
at a small
in a basement store.
at a small shop in Chinatown. Mm-hmm.
That's some random old man who says, Mogwai, not for sale.
Yeah.
You should have taken him up on that offer, not
Okay,
for sale.
if he's not for sale, why do
Don't
you have
buy
him in
him.
the store?
Yeah, you should keep him at
And
your
this
house.
so-called perfect gift is a species of animal no one has ever seen except for the shop owner and his grandson.
But everybody acts like, oh, it's a gizmo. Oh, it's a gizmo. Okay. They're like, oh my god, what is that? What species is that?
No one's in shock.
Yeah,
one's
No,
like,
that's the most unrealistic part of the movie.
well, I don't know about the most.
And the species of the name and the species animal is called Mogwai, which sounds cute and innocent and all, but
Translation-wise, is worse.
it's
The translation word for it in Cantonese is monster.
No kidding.
Huh.
That's good, Tone. Good research.
He tries to get it from the owner, but the owner says no. But his grandson sells it to him because he offered what, $200?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What a jerk grandson, huh?
I know, you just sold an endangered species of animal.
Yeah.
That's
To an unreliable guy
Yeah.
you don't know anything about.
Yeah, and his grandson sells it to him, right? But he tells him 3 rules. The 3 most important rules of your entire
But
lifetime.
Billy, the main character, somehow breaks all of them.
Tell him, shh, Dexter.
And those 3 rules are keep him out of bright light like sunlight and stuff like that. And second one is don't get him wet. And third one is never feed him after midnight. But the salesman's son, Billy, breaks all of those rules.
Yeah, like within a week, right?
Yeah, within a few days. And the Mogwais wreak havoc on the town on Christmas Eve.
Yep. Once you get them wet, they multiply.
Yep.
Yeah.
And once you feed them after midnight, they turn into
Gremlins.
monsters. And they made a second Gremlins movie. So basically, the Gremlins get into a skyscraper, and they wreak havoc in the skyscraper, and
Is Phoebe Cates in it?
and Zach
Yeah, she
Gilligan and Phoebe Cates need to try and stop the Gremlins from going into New York and possibly murdering everybody. So, yeah. And the ratings of both of the movies is Gremlins 2 is PG-13 and the first one is PG.
Yes, but they had to change the rating system because of this movie. That's how messed up this movie.
They had to create a whole new rating system. Originally it was PG, then R. They're like,
R.
it's not R, but it's not PG by any means.
Yeah.
So they had to make a new rating.
PG-13, who cares?
That's how messed up this movie was.
And they should have made Gremlins 1 PG-13, but they didn't have that rating out yet.
It came a couple months later.
They had to make-
because of this movie.
They had to make a
kinda
whole
funny.
new rating just because of this one movie.
Yep.
Because it is brutal.
Yeah, it's
Which
a brutal
is-
movie.
Which is very, very concerning.
Okay, Dex, what's after that?
Well, should we get into the most darkest part of the first movie?
Yeah, and then we can go over the kill count, which I have done
And
beautifully for you guys.
And so this is a speech by Phoebe Cates. It's the most brutal thing
It's
I've
by Kate.
ever.
It's by Kate, but yes, Phoebe Cates is.
Same person. And so this is it. So basically, she tells a horrific story about how her dad never came home on Christmas. And long story short, they found him dead, stuck in the chimney, dressed as Santa Claus with a bag full of presents. She ends the story saying, "And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus."
What?
Has the dad never heard of a door, or what's going on here?
Yeah.
Why would he go down the chimney? That makes no sense at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean,
What a way to go. What a
how do you
Upside down in a chimney.
what a dumb way to go.
I know.
Huh.
That's very interesting. It's very brutal.
Yeah.
Yes.
And her speech is very
Dark.
yeah.
Very dark. And she was only 9 when it happened.
Yeah.
So very traumatic experience.
And that's why she doesn't believe or like Christmas.
That's why she hates Christmas.
Yeah.
In the movie, at least.
Yeah, that's a messed up speech.
Yeah.
But what did the dad go like 100% method acting on this? I mean, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to go down the chimney, surprise my children. I'm not going to use a door because that's not what Santa would do.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't try to make a reindeer fly and
And try and land on the house.
yeah. And go from house to house and break in and
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
it's very method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a very messy speech.
You want to know? The movie was actually supposed to be a lot darker. This could have had a R
Really?
rating.
This is gonna be much darker?
A lot darker. See, in the original script, there was going to be a lot more deaths, and the dog was going to be one of the deaths. The dog was going to be hung up by the lights, but it wasn't going to be taken down by Billy. As it was going to be hung up, and then the gremlins, instead of eating chicken after midnight, they would eat the dog after midnight.
Really?
Jeez.
And that's how the
Are
original
you sure,
story-
Tony? You researched
I was really doing a lot of research.
Oh, wow.
That is.
And here's something funny that's not dark but actually hilarious that had to get PETA involved. Not PETA Griffin,
PETA, yeah, everyone knows what
PETA,
PETA
the
is.
animal thing. Anyways, so what happened is they were originally some idiot thought it'd be a good idea to be like, okay, we're gonna get real life monkeys to do this, and they did
Do what?
to play the gremlins.
No kidding, real life monkeys?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they said some guy reported that they put a mask on a monkey that looks like a gremlin mask just to see how it would go, and the monkey was terrified, running around pooping on everything.
Oh, wow.
That's messed up.
No, that's hilarious, but a little messed up too. Yes.
And how they which is very concerning is the gremlins when they want to get fed after midnight. Well, the Mogwai at the time, they chew the alarm clock, so it shows the time before midnight, and he doesn't notice that when he comes back up. Like, and one thing we need to address is that we probably shouldn't feed Tony after midnight because he might turn into a monster.
Tony eats after midnight all the time.
Yep. Still fat and happy.
But yeah,
It's
those Mogwai are pretty smart. I mean, no one's like blown away about how smart they are.
yeah,
They're pretty smart. I mean, they have a language. I mean, it's
a whole language, and they can even speak English.
baby talk. Yeah, how do they learn English?
I mean, very minimal.
Like
but
at the end, Spike says gizmo, poo poo or crap or whatever.
I think he says caca.
Oh, yeah, this is caca. I was way off. Gizmo caca.
and
Dexter caca.
And the thing with Gizmo is that, like, he knows how to speak English, but one phrase that he says constantly is, bright light, bright light.
Yeah, that's like Tony every morning.
Bright light, Bright light! Turn off the light!
No school.
That's funny.
So, I want to get into the kill count?
Yes.
Okay, Tony. Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
So, the first death we know of officially by these horrific creatures is Roy Hansen, or in other words, the little science teacher guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
him.
yeah, that guy. He locks up Gizmo in a cage.
No.
He locks up one of the Mogwai.
Mogwai, yeah, Mogwai. In a cage. But he doesn't bother to lock up the...
room.
No, he doesn't bother to lock up that
egg.
Egg.
Oh yeah, the egg.
Yeah. Why didn't he lock up the egg?
What an idiot! I swear.
know.
I swear, people in
He knew
movies
it was-
need to have more common sense.
He knew it was gonna
Change.
change. What's that?
Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it himself,
Yeah, he said it himself. He
And
looked at a microscope, right?
and he was like, this
This
thing
is
is
gonna-
going under some strangers in that egg.
Yeah.
Metamorphosis.
I'm just gonna leave it here and not worry about it.
And not worry about it.
and it's
I
gonna
don't
eat me.
care.
It's gonna kill me, but I don't care.
Yeah. Okay, Tone, next one.
Okay, the second one is the very first gremlin, the blender kill, which honestly is probably one of the most horrific kills.
Yeah, you see those legs like
Well-
dangling around.
Well, it's one of the most brutal kills in the thing.
Honestly,
The second gremlin we don't actually see die because it doesn't want us to see that because Billy's mom massacres a gremlin and stabs it and cuts it into pieces right on a cutting board or something.
And a what?
On like a cutting board or like a table or something.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely wrecked that poor little monster.
Cool.
Well, it's not really poor. And then the fourth gremlin, probably my favorite kill, is the microwave kill. He,
Oh, yeah,
he
that's
just
the best one.
splatters.
that one is awesome.
And then-
his brains explode everywhere inside. I bet that smelled amazing.
Amazing. Are you serious?
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
And then you gotta use a sarcastic voice.
I know.
Jeez. And then the fifth kill, another gremlin who was beheaded by Billy, and the head
Oh,
was
when the-
beheaded
when the
and like
grem-
launched into a fire.
When the gremlin's
yeah.
fighting with the mom.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool looking kill.
That is
and
cool.
it goes in the fire. I think that's the coolest. I mean, the coolest looking one.
Yeah, I mean, well, the last kill's probably the coolest one.
Well, I don't know.
Anyways, and then the sixth kill, Mr. Anderson. He's like some random old man who reached his arm into a mailbox. He got his arm ripped off.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then, the one kill I loved to watch, Miss Deagle launched out a window.
That is messed up.
Thing broke and
She's got that
she
electric
just right out the window and like 50 feet flying out into the street.
See, those gremlins are smart. They're pretty smart.
They're really smart and nobody gives them credit for it. But I mean, they're
Yeah, yeah.
monsters.
And then there's that one random Santa dude who's dressed up as Santa.
Oh yeah.
Santa.
He
Was
was
that the guy with the tractor?
He
Yeah.
was running
Yeah,
down the
okay.
street getting eaten by gremlins.
Yeah.
Kidding, man.
He was being devoured, and the police officers were like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" But then there was another kill, the ninth kill, which is by the other kid, the one random kid that's friends with Billy.
Oh yeah.
He straight up hurled a slingshot with a slingshot bullet right at the gremlin, killing him, knocking it off a ledge, probably down off like a second story window.
How do you know that killed him though?
I don't know.
What if they're like cats and
It's a presumed. It's a kill that we think happened. We don't know for sure.
So
How many kills are there?
We'll get to that later.
You're not going to go through every kill in the movie, are you?
Almost 10 and 11, basically the same kill. It's two police officers, and they're the same police officers that saw the Santa dude get killed. The gremlins went underneath the car and took the brakes off,
That's right.
and they just
How would they know that?
I don't know.
See,
They're incredibly smart.
They know human technology.
But then after that happens,
Concerning.
Do you know where the brake line is on the car?
nope.
Right.
And after that,
That's
the
weird.
car hits it, and then some random driver is killed in the moving car. Mm-hmm. He just like hurls into a building, and we don't know if we think he's dead, and we don't even know if it's a dude or a girl. So we don't know. And then 13, Rocking Ricky, that one guy on the radio station. He
I
was
remember that.
talking and like, what's that? Ah! Apparently he was mauled by gremlins. So that was one way to go out. And then
Please tell me you're not going to go through every kill.
Gremlin 14 was at a gremlin party. Spike killed it with a gun.
The gremlin party at the bar.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes. I think they're all partying, having fun, having a good
Oh,
time.
okay. And now 15.
Taking over the bar. And
The 15th kill.
Phoebe Cates is still in there serving them, right?
Yeah, she's just like,
Why don't
Okay.
you just leave?
Okay. I know the last kill was like 14 or 15.
They can't pay.
Now we're jumping straight up to 468.
That's a big jump.
that is
Because, no, we're jumping up to the 15th murder scene we see is 468 gremlins were absolutely destroyed by an explosion by Billy.
Where is that the movie theater?
That is a natural gas explosion.
Yeah, by like the movie theater or
in
something.
the movie theater, I think.
Yeah, or something.
That
And then
just go-
482. The final murder.
Wow, he kills that many in there?
No. He kills that many.
You said no. And then you said
No, I thought that's how many gremlins he killed total. No.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he killed a lot of gremlins. But the final kill
probably the best one.
is straight burned alive by Gizmo.
Gizmo, you murderer.
Gizmo, it's kind of cool if Gizmo gets a kill in himself.
I don't think that's cool.
I think it's
You
cool.
shouldn't want to
But
murder.
if you watch that scene, the Spike is like melting in his own skin. It is brutal.
And terrifying.
And terrifying. That's just terrifying.
Was he in a pool and he does the light or something like that? Or what?
I think so Spike showed a light to Gizmo, and Gizmo repaid him by opening up a sunroof,
That's right.
burning
Him alive.
Spike alive. And the total death toll comes out to 482 deaths.
That's a lot of kills.
And the movie runs for 106 seconds, meaning every 21 seconds equals one death.
Please tell me you didn't do this for the second movie.
No,
Okay.
Okay, thank God.
because I haven't seen the second movie yet, and I haven't did a review on the second
You've seen it before.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but I didn't do a review on it. That's just
And
the
the
first
second movie's just as brutal. Well, it's not just as brutal.
I think
it's a little less.
it's tamer
I think
than
it's
this
more
one.
tame. But I mean, by far my favorite scene in the second Gremlins movie is when the flying gremlin breaks through like some metal and there's a light shining into the bat symbol.
Mhm.
That is just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, they made the second one more.
Tame.
I don't know if tame's a word. Jokey or
Yeah,
More of a comedy than
More of a
a
comedy.
horror
Than a horror movie.
movie
Than a
where
horror
the dog
movie.
is supposed to get eaten, but they have to change the script because it's too brutal.
That's for sure.
Dog getting eaten. That's crazy.
That would have
Second
been
one's still good,
what
though.
triggered them next year.
I think the second one's pretty good.
You remember it?
Cool. Because it's about where they go in the skyscraper.
But I mean, it's a great movie. It still holds up, I think. And
Yeah, I think it's a good Christmassy movie to watch.
Yeah.
And you can also watch it around Halloween time too, because it's a horror.
That's right. That's right, Dasher.
Because it's a comedy horror, meaning.
Did you guys know where Gremlins came from?
No.
Oh wait, it was like a. I forgot.
In World War II, if the plane was messing up, pilots would say, there must be gremlins in our engines and planes and stuff like that.
That's kind of weird.
Yep. Very weird. So it kind of ties into that
Oh, yeah.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone episode.
Mr. Anderson actually said, like in the movie.
In the movie, he said
one
that.
of his lines was literally, "Gremlins are those the ones that brought that. Those are the ones that brought down the big one."
What big one?
I think that's what he says. I think
I think he does say something about the airplane, yeah.
I think he's
That's
referring
crazy.
to World War II
I have no idea.
and Gremlins, which is insane. But
But still, but both those movies are insanely messed up.
who's your favorite kill?
And it was advertised as a kids movie,
Yeah, which is kind of messed
which
up.
is kind of messed up. Obviously, they didn't care about kids. Back
Obviously.
In my day.
What's your favorite kill?
Favorite kill
In the movie.
in the movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about you, Dexter?
But the coolest one's probably the microwave.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I like the microwave one where she just hucks it in the microwave, just like, and then slams the door and turns on the microwave,
The mom should have went around town.
murdering things because she was probably the most brutal killer.
She's the brutalist, yeah.
Blender, chopping one up on a cutting board, microwave,
She's got.
What'd she do after her home invasion? Just sit around and make cookies? Or?
probably. She was just like, okay.
No, she went to go stay with a neighbor.
Did she?
Yeah. I don't think the neighbor got eaten though.
That's good news for her.
Yeah.
What was the dad doing? He was off on a traveling salesman conference. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if he's still Griffin?
And he came home to Spike getting murdered, and he didn't know what happened.
He came home, the whole town's on fire. He's like, oops.
I shouldn't have given my child that. He's probably accidentally responsible for like arson, murder.
My bad on that one, guys. Sorry, town.
Imagine if the Gremlins would have won, though.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Oh my God!
And then they, like, spread throughout the whole country and stuff like that.
And then it's an apocalypse.
Like a virus.
Just an apocalypse of Gremlins just rampaging through the.
It's like a zombie apocalypse.
Bad thing is they can be taken out pretty easy.
Yeah,
Just like-
but
sunlight.
they can multiply quick.
Quick, yeah.
If
And there can be
to a pool.
in one of the scenes, like in the trailer, Billy actually says, like someone asks how many of them are there, and Billy says, I don't know, maybe thousands. So he was not close to he was close to 1,000, but not thousands. There's only like maybe like 500 of them.
Well, it's 400 something for 82, right?
No, that's total deaths.
But all of them are gone, though.
Yeah, all of them.
Except for Gizmo.
Except for Gizmo, but you know.
Because he's just so cute.
But then in the sequel, he gets wet again.
You think these poor guys would learn, man?
Oh
him
man,
water.
I got him wet again. Well, that sucks.
And one thing I don't get is how do they multiply even more when they jump into the pool? Is it a gremlin that jumps into the pool or a mogwai?
It's Spike that jumps in the pool.
Yeah,
Okay,
And they
then
all turn into gremlins.
because
instantly
Spike was already a
he
gremlin.
was already okay. That does make more sense now.
Yeah.
But that's I mean those movies are. Whew.
Okay, Tone, what do you think? Pretty good? I mean, there's no theories on this one.
Yeah,
It's pretty straightforward.
It's just pretty straightforward. An idiot child who cannot follow any rules.
Somehow manages to break every single rule multiple times.
Within like 2 or 3 days. So, it's
Oh no, I got him wet. Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen.
Watch out for mogwais. Watch out for gremlins. That's the tale of this story.
yes. Do not.
Don't ever bring home exotic pets that could possibly multiply and hate bright light. Because next thing you know, they're gonna eat after midnight, and then you're gonna have a real problem on your hands.
And never feed Tony after midnight. That's a bad idea.
That's not part of the story.
It is part of the story.
Not anymore.
But it's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
It is a good movie.
Okay, anything else, Dexter? What do you think? What do you want to do next?
Oh yeah, what are we gonna do next? Because Christmas is in like 2 or 3 weeks. We have a very special one planned for Christmas.
Fat man himself.
The Fat Man himself,
Me!
Santa.
Me!
Well, we'll think of something for next week for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know yet, but we'll
The
think of
Grinch?
something. I don't know about the Grinch.
Yeah, I don't know about the Grinch.
Man, I've been wanting to do that episode for. What about Dr. Seuss?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we'll think of it, and I guess it'll just be a surprise for our next episode.
And for me too, because I don't usually know either.
Okay, say peace out, Tone.
Peace out.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Bippity
Do not feed Tony after midnight.
and bippity boppity boo. How are you?